Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So, the new M2 Mac Mini has been out for about a month now, and many people have been asking, how does this compare to the Mac Studio? How does this compare to your Mac Studio? So, I recently did a Mac Studio review with the current version I have. There's going to be a link to that video in the very end, and you can check it out for yourself. But people are asking, hey, how does that compare to the Mac Mini now that the M2 Mac Mini has been out for about 1 month? So the M2 Mac Mini is the M2 Mac Mini base model, so it starts at $499 for students and teachers and $599 for everyone else. And this is compared to the around $2,700 M1 Max with 32 GPU cores, 1 terabyte of storage, and 64 gigabytes of memory, compared to 8 and 256 gigs of storage. That is going to be quite a big difference. So price wise, it is about 5 times cheaper, $500 to $600 compared to about $2,700 depending on student and teacher discounts. So let's get into it. So let's cut to the chase. Everything from startup, boot up, shutdown, Microsoft Office, Chrome, Safari, Zoom, everything runs pretty much identical on both. Everything is very fast, everything is very snappy. I think the only thing I've noticed where I've seen a very noticeable difference is running something like Final Cut Pro. I am a Final Cut Pro user. That is how I edit videos for this YouTube channel. And it is very much so laggy and stuttery if your background rendering is turned off on Final Cut Pro on the M2 base model Mac Mini. However, on the Mac Studio with the M1 Max, it is not. I've got background rendering turned off and everything runs really buttery smooth. So you might ask, so everything runs fine even when you compare 8 gigabytes of memory compared to 64 gigabytes of memory. So what about storage? I ultimately use a 2 terabyte external storage, and that is how I offload all of my videos. I don't actually keep anything on the drives. I don't like to bog them down with a lot of storage, so I offload all videos and put them onto an external drive. And so with that being said, if time is not money for you, then the Mac Mini is an all-around great machine. So if we think about it, we've got anywhere from a $500 to $600 machine that can edit 4K video without issue. Remember, as long as you've got that background rendering turned on, it is going to be fine. Is it going to be as quick as the M1 Max Studio? No, it's not. It's not going to be anywhere near as quick, but it does a great job. But if you know to yourself you don't want to offload your videos and you're going to want to upgrade your storage and then upgrade your RAM potentially, then you may want to look into the M2 Pro model of the Mac Mini and see how that works out for you. In turn, if you know you're going to be needing a lot more power, then I definitely look at the M1 Max or M1 Ultra Mac Studio, or get the top of the line Mac Pro with Apple Silicon. If you know you're going to need that, then you know you're going to need a little bit more power, so go for that. So the main reason why I bought the Mac Studio when it had come out is because I used 2 Thunderbolt displays. 2 Thunderbolt displays were my preferred workflow, and that did not work with the M1 Mac Mini. So at the time, there was the M1 Max with the Mac Studio that I ultimately ended up getting. So now, fast forward, you've got the M2 base model Mac Mini that can run 2 Thunderbolt displays. Would I get that over the Mac Studio? Yeah, I 100% would. I would definitively save that around $2,000 and just pick up a SD card reader dongle and extra USB ports for the front of the machine and save quite a bit of money, because in truth the M2 Mac Mini can do everything that I do now on the Mac Studio. Yes, it's going to take just a little bit longer and I've got to keep the background rendering turned on Final Cut, but it's 100% okay with me, and I think it'd be 100% okay with you too if you're going to save around $2,000. But again, if money is no object, then the Mac Studio and the upcoming Mac Pro with Apple Silicon is probably what you're going to want to get. But for right now, and for most people, I definitely recommend the M2 Mac Mini base model. For $500 to $600, that's a great deal that you really cannot touch. But if you're looking for something more, the M2 Pro Mac Mini is also going to be a great alternative for that stopgap in between the two. But if you know you're going to need the best, then as of currently, you've got the Mac Studio with the M1 Ultra that is out currently. But if you can hold on and you really, really want the best, Mac Pro with Apple Silicon, I hear, is going to be just around the corner. So hopefully this helped. It's been about a month, and it's still a great machine, especially compared to a very spec'd out M1 Max Mac Studio. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps out our channel. Thank you very much for watching.